Africa is facing a lot of challenges in the global arena. The world is becoming more challenging, and geopolitics is one of the big issues. So African leaders to have a space and a platform to discuss such issue is very, very important.
His Excellency Ali Mohamed Omar is the State Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Federal Republic of Somalia. He works to strengthen regional cooperation and promote peace, cultural understanding and intercultural dialogue.
Crises that happen in East Africa can easily be felt in West Africa and vice versa. So Africa needs to have more such platforms where they discuss throughout the year rather than waiting once a year African Union Summit. So this kind of platform is very, very important, and we are very grateful for the Togolese vision of bringing Africanists across the regions to come together and discuss special issues.
Your Excellency, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome in Notre Afrique, the voice of Pan-African diplomacy. You are the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs of Federal Republic of Somalia. And we are truly honored to have you with us today on the occasion of the extraordinary ministerial conference of the African Political Alliance. Thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you very much.
And I'll start with the first question about this conference. This conference brings together African leaders, representatives for the Middle East, and international partners to discuss one of the most pressing geopolitical issues of our time. In your view, please, Your Excellency, why is this conference particularly important at this moment?
Thank you very much. First, I would like to thank the Togolese people and Togolese leaders for having us to come together here and discuss this present issue. Africa is facing a lot of challenges in the global arena. The world is becoming more challenging, and geopolitics is one of the big issues. So African leaders to have a space and a platform to discuss such issue is very, very important. And we are very grateful for Togolese leaders, His Excellency the President, and also the Foreign Minister, Professor Dusey, having invited Somalis, having the vision to bring African leaders to come together and discuss this issue. And also, there are a lot of issues, but to have a specific issue to be discussed in such platform is very important. So at current time, the Middle Eastern crisis and the impact of Africa is a timely time to discuss this issue. And we have a great discussion today, and hope we will have a fruitful outcome from this meeting.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And Somalia takes a strategic position between Africa and the Middle East. From your country's perspective, how is the current crisis affecting regional stability and Africa as a whole?
In general, Middle Eastern crises are not far from Africa in general, specifically in Horn of Africa. Horn of Africa is connecting the Middle East to Africa. It's connecting Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, Indian Ocean, and Asia also. So it's a very unique area. It was unique area for a long, long time. Even if we go back the history of 1884 to Berlin, African scramble in that area, there were many colonialists who came in that area. The French, the Italian, the British. And that area is very unique. And at this time, also we are seeing a growing interest. If I take example, for example, Djibouti has 6 military bases from 6 different countries. And if you look currently, the crisis that are facing Somalia, northern part of Somalia, which used to be called Somaliland, we have a dynamic environment there. The Israelis, the Emiratis, the Houthis are all coming to that area. So it's very important. Security-wise, it's impacting a lot in Somalia. Economic-wise, it's also impacting because we are very close to the Hormuz, and we depend a lot from that Hormuz area, especially the fuel. So the impact of the crisis of Middle East cannot be underestimated. And our worry is this might be the beginning.
And beyond security concerns, what economic and geopolitical challenges does this crisis pose for African countries?
Yeah, first, to have a region that's so important for many other countries who would like to have military bases in that region. There are a lot of military ships in that area, so that means crises are very close at any moment. Secondly, the economic impact is also very huge because of disruption of the logistic hub, supply chain, and also investment, because nobody wants to invest a crisis area. So it's a double edge. I mean, you lose investment, and also you get higher prices, higher inflation, which will impact the low-income people, which our region is very true in that sense.
Thank you very much, Excellency. And this African Political Alliance aims to strengthen dialogue and coordinated African position on major international issues. How can initiative like this conference can contribute to a stronger and more influential African voice on the global stage?
Firstly, to share experiences, to share concerns, to share knowledge is very important. Especially in this meeting that we have today, it brought together both African leaders and also Middle Eastern leaders to share and understand each other, their concerns, their challenges. So that will develop into a more proposal that can be taken further into the African Union level or African Union summit, where a possible resolutions, possible policies can be developed. So it's always very important people to come together and share, because the effect of Middle East does not end to the border of Africa. It goes all the way down. It can be felt throughout Africa, because most of the fuel that came from Africa comes through that Hormuz. There are over 3 million Africans who work in the Middle East. There are a lot of investment that comes from Middle East to Africa, and also there are a lot of raw materials go to that region. So we interdepend with Middle East. So to share and understand is very important, and to have this platform where have a unique issue, the African Political Alliance is very, very important, because if you go to African Union Summit, they will discuss a ton of issues, but this has a unique focus, and also it brought here with the Middle Eastern diplomats and experts to share also their views. So this was very important.
Thank you very much, Excellency. And what concrete outcomes do you hope will emerge from this extraordinary ministerial conference?
At the end, of course, sharing experiences, sharing knowledge, sharing concerns is very important. But at the end, we have to come up with solutions. Such solutions include understanding both the Africans and the Middle Easterns, that they have common issues that they have to work together. In the past, that may not be the issue, but right now we are realizing we are more interdependent than before. Africa has a young population, has a lot of resources, and Middle East needs a lot of has a bigger market, and also has a demand of human resources. So we interdepend a lot, and at the same time, there are a lot of investment that comes from Middle East to Africa. So today we discuss, we come up with some platform discussions. Hopefully that platform discussion will be forward into a more concrete proposal that can be discussed further. This kind of meeting, the ABA will continue. Next year will be held in Angola. So this is not the end. I mean, this is an ongoing process. And to bring people together, whenever you bring people together, also there are additional discussions that go on.
Thank you very much, Excellency. And finally, what message would you like to share with the people of Africa about the importance of dialogue, cooperation, and solidarity in addressing today's global challenges?
Yeah, given the current world affairs, we are all interdependent. Crises that happen in East Africa can easily be felt in West Africa and vice versa. So Africa needs to have more such platforms where they discuss throughout the year rather than waiting once a year African Union Summit. We do have a lot of regional organizations like ECOWAS and SADC and East Africa, but those are regional issues. But there are cross-cutting issues that affect throughout Africa. So this kind of platform is very, very important, and we are very grateful for the Togolese vision of bringing Africanists across the regions to come together and discuss special issues. This is my second time. I came last year also to Lomé Peace Conference. So Lomé is proving to be a more a neutral place to have such discussions. And we are very grateful for the welcome reception that we got from Togolese people. And I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for sharing your insights with us. It has been a pleasure for having you in Notre Afrique, the voice of Pan-African diplomacy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.